Yeah. All right. So Toady has banned Arena, Gold Rush, and Socotra. And Weber has banned Land Madness, Fortress, and Socotra. So our map pool remaining is going to be Acropolis, African Clearing, Arabia, Golden Pit, Hideout, Mega Random, Nomad, and Runestones. And you can see our remaining civs are here as well. Lithuanians, Indians, and Franks from Toady. And Goths, Huns, and Burmese are banned from Weber. So we're going to look at our round one. And it looks like... Ooh, there we go. Toady has banned Tatars. Or, pardon me, Toady's not banned Tatars. Toady has gotten Tatars. And Weber will be playing as the Britons on Mega Random. Refresh the freaking page. And there we go. Nice. So now we can see who bans what. Ban, 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 ban. They both banned Socotra. There we go. Okay, so then what we need... Okay, so Puppy, since you're watching... I like having this. Then I can just show this as the maps. And then I can... Because then I can... Basically, if I could leave this up at all times, like this display, and then we could show each player's bans on the civs as well. Yeah! This is perfect. I can just show this as the overlay now. Nice. And then I can like, I'll have like a secondary page or something where I scroll down and show the rounds. Interesting. Okay. We're still working things out for the main event. Great job, Puppy Saturation. Puppy Saturation, Sharper Guy, Zyzich. Is there anyone else I'm missing, Puppy? I have been working so hard on this website that you're looking at right now. And it looks so good. And it works so well. I also like the change to teal and orange, actually. Yeah, this looks really slick. Very, very clear to see what's happening here. So both players banned Socotra. We can see that whatchamacallit. Okay, so one more thing. One more thing then is maybe we need the player's name here again. I don't even know. I can do that though. No, that's for the streamer to do. This is now in a state where it's pretty good. All right. Toady versus Weber, Tatars, Mega Random. Let's go. I have to... This was supposed to be a cast. Yeah, well, it's also experimentation time. We're going to switch Weber over to blue. Toady in the west is going to be in red, playing as the Tatars. And Weber in the east will be in blue, playing as the Britons. Britons, of course, get lots of sheep, but they're on Mega Random, by the way. And if we look at this, is a particularly bizarre Mega Random. Usually this cracked kind of surface means that stuff built on it will be very, very weak. But this is a really strange and awkward and like seemingly giant map. A lot of rear stone back here, 2 relics, some gold, more stone here, a pile of hunt, giant pile of hunt, berries on the front. That's sounding like a rap. But yeah, one other thing I wanted to do. Got to do this. Is that gonna work? Even if I make it small, is that gonna look any good? No. No, it will not. Because we want the scoreboard. Darn it. Waste of time. Alright, well. Be that as it may. Gold pit with no gold, yeah. All that back res. This is a wall up map, especially with all the wood. A lot of rear wood. Up in the north, there's some extra res here. And like a hill. Looks good. All right. Can they build in the middle? I don't know if they can build on this. Like. What is that? You tell me. I have no idea. Can they even run on it? Is it quicksand? What is this? Pushing deer in is Weber's, so Britons get extra food from sheep, or pardon me, not extra food. They gather food faster from sheep, but there aren't a ton of sheep. There's just a ton of deer, and there's no boar. This is a really weird, this is a weird map. Did players start with 2 farms? A weird, weird, weird map. Weber is walling up in the north here, gonna wall across the front. This is actually one giant wood line. This is kind of weird. And same thing, we've got that rear stone. And do we have 2 relics here? No, we only have 1 relic? What? There's only 1 relic for... Okay, well, relic, he's got that one too. But red's ridiculous. Red has 2 there and 1 there. How come blue only has... Blue only has 1 relic? At the... Oh, there it is. No, I'm a dummy. I'm so blind. I'm so blind. Oh my god. Definitely interesting. Mega Random has given us the weirdness that we're hoping for. And Tatars versus Britons. Could these hills factor in enough for the Tatars? Britain's going to have that range. It's always interesting when you get like 2 archer civs. The Tatars also have a really strong cav option though. Like they have Cavalier with +4. So some sort of knight skirm play is definitely at hand. Definitely in play for toady, I should say. At hand. Mega random. Let's look at the players scouting as we are coming up on feudal age. Blue has found red. Red has 2 scouts. Wait, did we start with 2 scouts? Does blue only have 1 scout? What happened here? Whoa, wait. The KD is 0-0, but red has 2 scouts? Hold up a sec. What? There's the other scout. Okay. Jeez. It's just Weber making a questionable play and not bringing the 2nd scout forwards. I literally thought it didn't exist. That's how questionable that is. I don't know what Weber's up to with that. Maybe was worried about that. The opponent getting up first. Fighting with the villager is not gonna be enough here, yeah. Ooh. El Fishy is subscribed for 13 months. Thank you very much, El Fishy. Are the alerts just completely off now? There it is. Grass salute to you, El Fishy, man. Thank you very much. With that house palisade shenaniganery down in the bottom of the base, TM Weber is basically closed up now. Toady's still open, has archers coming out of this range. And we already have a defensive range that's gone down from the Briton. Hope you're doing good, El Fishy. Have an explosion. The archers are going to do good for dealing with the spears, but the scouts are in danger anyways.
Yay. Emriniz. Ready.
And let's see if the archer can pick off these spears.
Mandatum. Emrinizge madamem.
How could you get 22 minutes, Landon? I don't understand how you got 22 minutes. What does that mean? Sounds like you're trying to troll me and you looked up what my rowing machine time was. You lasted for 22 minutes at a decent pace. Right. Okay. Whatever you say. 22 minutes at a decent pace. All right, I'll take your word for it. Good for you for getting exercise if that's the case. I'm wary about people talking to me about the exercise stuff because I've been dealing with trolls on social media. Skirmy boys coming forward from the Britons. That's not typical.
Ready.
But I guess Weber feeling backed into a defensive corner. The other thing is you don't go forwards with the skirmish. These should have been kept at home. Your Grang exercise inspired me to start exercising again. Nice.
Yay. Mandatum. Ready.
I'm glad.
Mandatum. Ready. Yay. Mandatum. Ready. Yay. Mandatum. Emriniz.
I find that rowing for distance instead of time, Landan, is a bit better. Because then it's like, how fast can I get this time down? And it's also a more realistic application if you ever do decide to like actually go try and like row in a race. Then it's not going to be like how long can you go fast. It's going to be how long does it take you to go a distance. Is how races work, right? So like I've been trying to do 5K. I've been trying to do 5K as quick as I can. My goal is to get under 20 minutes. You get under 18 minutes, you should probably think about applying to your, or like 18 and a half minutes, you should probably think about applying to your local Olympic program. But yeah. Working out in the mornings for work. Ah, I see. It's good. Yeah, working out in the mornings, I find I'm going back and forth between whether like working out at the end of the day or the beginning of the day more. The problem is when I work out at the end of the day, that it's a day ender. Like that's it. Like you go take a shower and then you're dead. You might be able to watch one TV show and then you'll probably fall asleep watching the TV show. You'll just be dead. Whereas you do it at the beginning of the day, it kind of energizes you for the rest of the day. Yeah, exactly, Elfishy. And then also the fact that you're up and moving around after you do the workout usually makes you less sore instead of lying in bed. Because you're like using all the soreness instead of like letting it fester. They contributed to you getting back into bouldering recently? Just do it! Just do it! Get up and do it. Start with 1 push-up a day. The hardest part is starting with one. The thing is, it's as hard to start with like 10 push-ups a day as it is to start with 1 push-up a day. You do 1 push-up, 1 sit-up a day, and then you do 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups the next day. You do that every day, and you increase that. That's the hard part, is setting that time apart, that time aside out of your day to bother doing that. That's actually like the hardest part. Physically doing it is definitely like physically hard and exhausting, but setting that mental space aside and then accepting that this is a thing that you're going to be doing, that's the actual difficult work. And that's what you need to do. So that's why you start with 1 push-up and 1 sit-up a day, because you make that part easy, and you make the actual doing of it the easy. You make the actual doing of it the focus, and not the amount that you're doing, and then you just build up the amount you're doing without ever making it too hard on yourself. You go by 1 a day, it'll never kill you.
Yay, ready.
And everybody got time to do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and then grow that.
Yay.
Grayton. Ready.
Yay. Mandatum.
Crossbows roaming around Weber's base. They managed to break in through these palisades, and Weber has been struggling to deal with them ever since. The advantage Weber has is additional range, but we've yet to see that come into play here. The Tar player is getting lots of use out of that hill advantage. The hills all around Weber's base, picking off vills left and right. Weber's got a 9 villager deficit now to Toady, and Toady's continuing to nail vills. Weber's eco is just chaos. This archer is causing so much damage on this woodline, it's ridiculous. And Toady has Weber pinned down with an archer right here, pushing these vills to the right to this other woodline, and this batch of archers here watches all these villagers just get wiped out, and this is a GG play from Toady. Elos are definitely wrong, by the way. Went this whole time without fixing it. Toady's a 2K. GG, well played. Weber's a 1750. Start with whatever will get you to do it, Rage Forest cartoon. Whatever will get you to start doing it, do that. If it's going for a 10-minute walk, then go for a 10-minute walk. If it's doing the push-up sit-up thing that I'm suggesting, and the thing with the sit-up and push-up is you can get down on the ground, do 1 push-up and 1 sit-up, and be like, I did it. And then the next day you do 2, and you're like, I did it. Then you do 3, and you're like, I did it. And maybe you get to like 6, and you're like, okay, this is like work, but I can do it. And then it's just like, oh, and then you're like, I can feel myself actually like improving at this thing. It's really nice. And then it like the feedback loop starts. The positive feedback loop starts. You notice it getting easier. Then you want to do it because you've set the time apart. It's a habit that you've built. No big grath. Don't rang about it. Give me a little rang on the phone. Well, what was the KD was pretty brutal here. 41-17, exception hard. Let's get to game number 2. Let's see what the bans were for game 2. Boom, 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 boom. For game number 2, we had Toady with the Vikings, and Weber got Aztecs, used their Instaban, and is now the Italians. You got a Planet Fitness membership because I will use what I pay for. Bodyweight exercises are pretty great if you don't want a gym membership, but a lot of gym machines are particularly excellent at like I think I would rather have a rowing machine than go on a rowboat, for instance. Like you can go out and get a boat and row it, but I'd rather use the rowing machine. Rowing machine is an example of something that you can't you either have to have a machine or go and use. Like that's the type of stuff, like an elliptical, stuff that you can't do other places. That's where the gym shines. Giant piles of weights you want to lift. You don't want to have a giant stack of weights in your house or your apartment or your shed. I might live in a shed. Guys, I was looking at a real estate listing for a someone took their garage and they converted it into a bachelor apartment that is so fucking tiny. It's smaller than the room I'm in right now. But it's a fully detached building. So you get one comfortable room. And then there's like a little kitchenette and and you get a bathroom and shower. There is a separate bathroom and shower. So that's kind of nice. I'm thinking about that because I could afford that on very little money. Like that's like if I set like around a 500 to 600 subscriber goal a month, I could live in that house on Twitch money. That's like, how can I grow my channel? We must grow the channel. A studio garage. Yeah, but it's insulated and everything, puppy. Plus you can park in the garage. There's actual like a section of the garage, like a separate thing that holds one car, so you can park your car in it. So it's like literally like a tiny house that someone's renting. It's got a half address. So it's like 22 and a half, whatever fucking road. Which is kind of cool. You get to have a half on your house. And then someone's like, hey, come back to my house. And they're just like, you have a house? You're like, yeah, it's my house. And then they show up and it's like basically a shed. It looks really good though. Like it looks excellent. They have those at the Airbnb, yeah. It would work great as an Airbnb. I think this person's intending it for a student, but would work great for me because I would have space for my desk, for my streaming desk, which is where I would spend most of my time anyways. And then I could have a TV flat mounted on the wall. And then the only thing would be bed versus couch. Like there's no area for a chillax area, which I would not be too crazy about. Like for me, I find it really important that like I can have like an area that I work and then I can walk away from work area and go and sit down and have like a different area that isn't work. Otherwise I get locked into it. We're going to do Vikings versus Italians on Hideout though. Because I can talk about this while that is running. Yakety yak yak. You're learning about me. With a real boat, what if a crocodile starts chasing you? That sounds like a niche concern, I gotta say. I've not encountered too many crocodiles in my day-to-day life. Okay, I screwed up my everything. No production for everybody. You get nothing. You get nothing. Weber in the South is going to be playing as the Italians. Toady in the North playing as the Vikings. With a real boat, what if a crocodile starts chasing you? I'm just going back to that comment in chat because we're referring earlier to when I was talking about rowing and why machines are great. And he's saying that he wants to row in the wild so that a crocodile can chase him and motivate him to run away from the crocodile while he rows. I gotta say, there's other ways of finding motivation than crocodiles. Just saying. Puppy saturation. Do you think I could trick someone into hiring me as a programmer just by Googling everything I need to know about any issue related to programming within that particular job? Like if some really, really crummy office company, like they sell paper and they want me to like have a server that they can run all of their computers on. I think I could trick them into letting me set that up. I know how everything works. I just can't program. Do you think I could Google everything and pretend that I know how to do it? Get someone to hire me to do that for like a year? What if they just if they hire me for like a year and then get rid of me because they think I'm terrible? Then I still have the job experience, right? Googling is on top of my CV. Oh, shit. I didn't even think how useful that was. Yes, says Miss Mary. Grath works for Dunder Mifflin, confirmed. Bodyweight exercises don't work for me because my BMI is too high. Ooh. You can barely even do 3 push-ups at once. Rage Forest cartoon. When I started my 1 push-up a day, 1 sit-up a day thing, I could not do more than 5 push-ups. I was doing 5 and or 6 push-ups. The thing to do is you do 3 push-ups, right? And then if you can't do 1 more push-up, wait half an hour and then go do 1 more push-up. And then you'll find the next day that, hey, I can do the 4 push-ups. And just a mental block. The one more thing, like the difference between 3 push-ups and 4 push-ups is nothing. The difference between 4 push-ups and 5 push-ups is nothing. Everybody can do 1 more. You can always do 1 more. Maybe you can't do 5 more. But everybody can do 1 more. You can push that. And that's the key. That's how you grow. It's gotta be hard to do. 5 years of Googling college. Yeah. 10 years of DuckDuckGo. Inception horn. Feels like a lot of work for a guy like me. That's what I said, Rage Forest. It isn't. 3 push-ups is literally like less than 10 calories of effort. It takes more calories to walk up and down a flight of stairs 3 times a day. And yet you're sitting here telling me that it's hard to do 3 push-ups. Like, I get it, buddy. Trust me. That's why I said the hardest part is starting and putting the time aside to try to start to do it. And, you know, like you said, bodyweight exercises aren't the best for you. Find something else that you know that you can commit to doing every day. Maybe it's just walking. Maybe it's whatever, but man, you got one you. And always remember that physics applies. So calories in, calories out. Whatever you eat, you gotta burn or it gets stored. Easy peasy. Pumpkin squeezy. Important thing to remember is there's already someone worse than you out there doing the thing for money. Just do it. Yes, Miss Mary. Yeah, I could just literally... There's someone going to be worse at whatever there is. They're probably going to be doing the job for real, have studied, gone to school, be qualified, and be worse than me taking my way through it. Very, very true. I've seen people do incompetent things. Plus, I understand a lot of how the basic logic of the important parts of programming. Watching the mods work on the OnlyBans app has kind of inspired me. I've learned programming languages before. I used to have HTML. I could sit and program an entire HTML website without previewing it and know what it was going to look like. I used to be able to do that. So I know my programming languages. Now, HTML is not the same as like... I did know a bit of Java too, actually. I knew some Java. It could probably actually be useful to someone. Feudal Age is going to hit for both people. That's the key thing. Figure out how to be useful. Do we have our ELOs backwards? Yeah. One thing I'd really like to figure out how to program is to make it so that I can pull the players' ELOs off automatically and put them into those little sections. Sharper guy, you want to figure out how to do that? Weren't we trying to figure out how to regex the exclamation mark match command? The thing is that only works when I'm casting the game live. What are we 11ing at? What did I miss? Oh, he's hitting him through the wall. They were hitting each other through the wall. That's why they were 11ing. I think it's possible to do an API call in Touch Pro to get the elo. Ooh, that'd be so tasty. That'd be so tasty. Then if I could just type like a command, because if I could type a command into chat or something, would be ideal. Or just push a button. But then the thing is, then I have to pull this out. So then it's like I have to pull capture age to get the name, right? Because this is a rec. It'll work for live. It'll work. Can you please play We Have Technology? Actually, the Rage Force, the way I have it set up is I can't play I have to like manually set off the memes myself. And the reason I did that is to deter myself from playing memes randomly. Make them special when people do play them. Men-at-Arms Archers from Toady. On, it seems to be, Men-at-Arms Archers just seems to be the play like 90% of the time these days. I wonder if straight skirms would work. Or just like directly into defensive towers. Like scout your opponent's going man-at-arms and just immediately just plan on going towers from the beginning. If your opponent's going man-at-arms archers and you're not going to do it yourself. And the actual choice is like, because scouts just doesn't seem to get it done anymore. Funnels being set up by Weber. I kind of want to look into that myself, Sharper Guy. I want to see if I can figure out how to do that myself, maybe. I'm also thinking about switching off of Touch Portal to StreamerBot, but the amount of like things that I have programmed is pretty considerable that I have to redo. We need a tower. I think Weber needed to already have a tower built because this is just going to keep pushing, and this is going to go down even faster than the house went. And like this has done damage. We've gotten berries. We could go back on the berries now. Slowly wearing away at the forward archers. Yeah, I agree, Rage Force. We've given up too much ground. I think when they were breaking in here and we knew they were going to break in, consider building a tower already, right? Just shut that down. Like one tower stops all of this pushing, and then they have to come over here, and you can small wall it out. But you bought enough time that it doesn't matter. And now we're going to come over and we're going to hit this. We're going to take this gate out. Gates have less pierce armor.
Emotional damage.
Not just emotional damage, but damage to the physical base as well. Chad is my color commentator with memes. This is.
Look at all this damage, and we're gonna repair it using flex shot.
I don't think flex shot's gonna fix that gate. But the skirms might fix the game for Weber. At least a little bit. Weber's up to Castle Age? Impressive by TM Weber. That is just impressive, period. Weber is going to be transitioning back into archers on the production side and switching into crossbows, I would guess. Castle Age is in for Toady as well, though. stable, so maybe predicting a skirm push from Weber. It's going to be going into Knights. Vikings don't get bloodlines. And these archers gave Weber a bit of a juke, it looks like. I don't know if you noticed this or... But we could have an irritating batch of crossbows over here causing some headaches for Weber in a moment or two. See what Toady does once they hit Castle Age. They've not continued production of archers. Could be boom. I saw someone buy stone. Bought 100 stone? Who? Weber, I'm guessing, bought stone so that they could drop another town center. And then went with the siege workshop instead. Or maybe just trying to get a tower ready somewhere. Skirm's picking off some of these crossbows in the east. We got a villager that's dropped a forward siege workshop for Toady. And Toady's going to be going 2 TC with a siege workshop. Forward siege workshop. We got a defensive siege workshop from Weber. Archers can't quite range anything useful. And the Knights picking off this group of skirms. Mangonel's going to come forwards. There are some crossbows. There's one crossbow in that archery range. Got a Scorpion out to try and defend against the crossbows in the west. On the right side, we're going to need a mango. I think as soon as Weber sees this Mangonel hit, he's going to queue a mango up. Yeah, there it is. This will break through real quick. Mangonel's going to pop out faster than this can get through, though. That one knight could prove huge here. The knight needs to be over here with this mango. Mango's going to pop, and it's going to... You know, it's going to just garrison, actually. And that should be enough to deter Toady. Second Mangonel coming forwards for Toady now. Scorpion's doing a good job damaging the crossbows here. But the knight's going to swoop in. Oh, we already have a monk prepped from Weber. And that a conversion on that monk could be huge here. Gets the conversion. The Mangonels are... Oh, that's a bit of a shame, as I think the knight might have been set to stand ground when it was converted. But regardless, that's still a nice little pick for Weber. Just defending his siege, I think, is good enough for Weber here. Well, these guys are being pretty frustrating to deal with. Nice mango shot to the archers. Second mango shot will clear those up. Oh, might need a third. We're trying to add a town center on the outside. I think that's to give us some more safe wood. Blue might get one mango. No, does half damage to one. Wow, splits the mango shots. Gonna lose that Mangonel, though. Already another one in queue there. I have to keep in mind, even though Weber's getting wrecked, he's still way better than most of us. This is a person who's around 1750 elo. One of, they're gonna be like top 500 in the world at that rank, right? These stupid archers are being so frustrating. Bleat! Oh! I don't know if that was the delete or just the mango dying before its shot hit, but wow. Crossbow could actually be doing a ton of damage here. Yeah. hitting those farms. Trying to find Puppy Saturation's rank has destroyed the AoE2.net servers. Good job, guys. You've literally collapsed AoE2 onto itself. Were those archers just watching the construction? It looks like it, yeah. Villagers are dead even at 64 apiece. Players' idle time is within like 25 seconds of each other. Both players forgetting to queue vills. I think Toady's trying to get up to Imp here. Toady missing a building, maybe? Yeah, missing second building. Second building is going down for Toady. Stonewall is over here in the west for red, so Toady sees this going a bit longer. Italians have a cheap Imperial Age. Yes, this is true. Toady's going to retain a nice bank of gold. Once Imp hits, it's GG. For who? Incredible. Italians have thumb ring. Vikings don't. The longer this goes, the better it is for the Italians, I think. Because the Italians will have arbs with thumb ring. The Vikings will not. And then what do the Vikings do in response? They'll have to go skirms. You think Weber's going to GG once Imp hits? Possibly. I mean, he's going to be up to Imp himself in a little bit, Jicky. Yeah, and Italians have Pavis as well, Julius, which gives them extra armor. Vikings have had free hand card for how long? A very, very long time. We lost a lot of units there. That mango's going to go down. We already have a castle going down on the front from Toady. Weber will get Trebs out and might be able to take that castle down. Actually, well, I mean, Toady's going to be up first. Immediately accuse the Treb. I just don't think that Toady's going to be able to push this castle fast enough. We'll see. Chemistry's going to hit for the Viking player in about a minute and 20 seconds. This is a frustrating wall of buildings to try and push, I gotta say. There's an entire like economy behind all these buildings. And there's town centers that are going to make this frustrating as well. That's the Imp TC. Ooh, one good shot here could make a big difference. Do we have Bracer? No Bracer, but Arbs are going to hit in a second. Preparing to keep this castle up. 2 Trebs are going to be on it in a moment. And then it's going to get real ugly for Weber. Imp needs to hurry up. I have no idea how to make this come in faster, but it needs to. Forward castle drop. Second forward castle is going to go down from Toady here. And we do not immediately have a trebuchet coming out from Weber. That's not great. We need that pretty quick. Italians do get bombard cannons, so maybe we don't even bother getting trebs out. We go right into bombards. Especially as our opponent already has a 3 treb lead. Pardon me. Arbs and Trebs. Oh my. That sure is a lot of skirmishers. Where are the bombards? We need bombard cannons now. We don't have gold. Do we have gold? We have gold. Get the gold. Does Blue not know about this gold? Get the gold. Blue, you need gold. I guess we got that still. It's pretty slow though. One bombard cannon. Yeah, we need like 4 bombards to be in queue right now. I'd be selling everything and getting bombards out. How the skirm's gonna do against Trebs? The pressure's real, but Weber's up and around. Like Bills are even. Weber has less military. Eeh. Ooh, get a bombard shot on the Arbs. Bombard the Arbs. Bombard the Arbs. Bombard the Arbs. There we go. Yeah, that stacks up quick, by the way. See? If we had 2 bombards working, these things would just be getting wrecked. People don't think about how strong bombard cannons are versus units. I find it's people will ignore that. And they just eat. If we had more than 1 bombard cannon, this would be going a lot better. Seriously. I wish we had made like 3 or 4 instead of just 1. Bombard the skirms. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bombard the skirmishers. That was such a waste. Blue needed this gold. Red's pushing through. Red's buying stone. Gonna drop another castle somewhere. Are you Red? Yeah. Full skirm may not save the day. You would need so many skirms so fast. And we do not have... We have 15 in queue, but... It's looking pretty GG here, folks. And we might be seeing... Toady moving on to the play-in matches versus either Survivalist, Ubetnir, Ozone, or Nilly. As this is looking pretty ugly for Weber here. Weber facing elimination, not wanting to give up the GG that easy. Maybe feeling like they're still in it with over 100 vills. Yeah, we need to make a big stand with like 40 skirms, and we just have not been massing them up fast enough. They're dying, like we're feeding right now really badly. This is GG. Blue's repairing this castle. But with the archers and skirms on the hill, there's the bombard cannons, yeah. Now those are clustered pretty close. Oh, we switched to staggered. Really good time there. Bombard's going to do some damage to the Trebs, though. And Weber maybe finally getting into the skirm bombard defense they needed. What they need is to win this fight and take this gold back. And they're just not doing it. We've got 6 skirmishers, guys. The bombards are helping, but they're not doing enough. Oh, we only have 1 of them left right now. We're down to 1 again. And the trebuchets just took out the bombard. Pretty insane hold from Weber, but it wasn't enough. And the pressure from Toady is too much. GG, good luck next, says Weber. And Toady will be on to the play-ins here at OnlyBans. Good job by Weber for getting as far as they did. Big stretches. Pop, pop, pop. That's what my neck and back are doing. Back and neck is particularly stiff. Oof. Well, guys, if you wanted more OnlyBans action, good news. We got more. We got at least one more set that we can cast here. Let's see. Get that out of here. We're going to do Uzzi versus Ciskhan coming up next. If you're wondering what is going on, it's this. OnlyBans is Age of Empires 2 latest and greatest 1v1 tournament hosted by Grathrang and Ellie4K. 32 of the very best Age of Empires 2 players will face off in a unique format for the very first time, including Velez, Jordan, Mr. Yo, Doubt, Tato, ACCM, Back, Song Song, Dogal, Vivi, Kazva, Miguel, Vinchester, Dragonstar, Classic Pro, and more. Contestants will not be allowed to pick civilizations or maps in drafts. Instead, they will only be allowed to ban them. There will be 3 civilization bans for a best of 3, 5 civ bans for a best of 5, and 7 for a best of 7. Players are also given the opportunity to swap either their own or their opponent's civs immediately before each game using the Insta-ban. Each player receives 1 Insta-ban in a best of 3 or best of 5, and 2 Insta-bans in a best of 7. Maps were selected by organizers to evoke as many different types of playstyle as possible. Players will only be allowed to ban 3 of the 13 maps available. So when someone asks you for a link to the Civ draft, tell them that's not how this tournament works. This is OnlyBans. Hey guys, we're going to start with the next round in just a minute. I'm going to run to the bathroom and then we will go. Wait, what did I do here? Did I mess that up? I did. All right. Build a watchtower on the hill. All right. Uzzi versus Ciskhan. We're going to take a peek at the map draft. The map draft. Oh my god. The thing that doesn't happen.
Juice and pancakes just drank the Rang juice. Hype.
Dude, Zeus and Pancakes, thank you very much. 14 months in a row with the sub. Your support means a lot. Thank you. Keeping the channel going, man.
13 just drank the Rang juice. Keep your wife's name out of my effing mouth.
Thank you very much for the sub, Fez, as well. You guys are the best. Keeping the channel going. We've got the bans from our players in. Oh, I'm supposed to refresh this. There we go. Looks like both players banned African clearing. We had Uzzi ban Arena. And we had Ciskhan ban Mega Random. Uzzi banned Socotra. So there it is. Uzzi with the Arena Socotra African clearing ban. Both players not wanting to have anything to do with African clearing. And Uzzi's banned Berbers, Indians, and Bohemians. So 2 cavalry-based civs and an archer civ. And we've got the Chinese, Aztecs, and Lithuanians. So we're just getting rid of some really strong civs here. It looks like. Maybe not wanting to deal with specific strategies. But let's see what we get with the first draw. And we've got Nomad, Byzantines versus Cumans. So Uzzi will be the Byzantine player. Ciskhan will be the Cuman player. I had someone tell me that this is a really good set. Let me just make sure that our players' elos are going to be set and everything will be good to go as we get rolling here. So chat, who are you most excited to see take on who in the play-ins? Because we've got Uzzi, or pardon me, we've got Ubetnir, Ozone, Nilly, and Survivalist in our 4 play-in matches. And who did we just see qualify in the last one? I don't want to misspeak. Oh, we just saw Toady go through. Still yet to see who's going to win between Spring and TRM. And we know that Adam has gone through. And here we are with Uzzi versus Ciskhan. Why is this not changing my elos for me? 2022. Okay. Uzzi is a 2025 elo player. Ciskhan is a 2041. So this is one of the highest elo matchups we've had so far. I hope you guys are ready for some really high quality OnlyBans action. This is one of the highest elo playdowns we've had with these settings, and we are on Nomad. Ciskhan is going to be in yellow in the south. And I believe, hold on, I kind of want to go back and see if we spotted this happening. We did not. Wow. That is ridiculous. So that was like a tile or 2 away from being spotted. And blue is going to have their down center down first. What else do we got going on? There's blue's dock. So blue is docked early. So remember, guys, you don't know what civilization you're going to get going in. You don't know what map you're going to get going in. Kind of crazy. You don't know what's going to happen until that roll happens. And you're like, oh, all of a sudden, I'm playing as the Byzantines on a water map. I'm playing as the Cumans on a water. I'm playing versus the Cumans on a nomad map. As the Byzantines, man. Ta-da! OnlyBans is working. Look at it. It's so beautiful. It's glorious. It's doing what it meant. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. This is so stupid. You might have spotted the safe area around there due to treaty. Because it's a lobby, I don't think there's the automatic treaty just chew. I could be incorrect. It's kind of interesting to think about. That I honestly have no idea. I don't think they made it standard on Nomad, even though it's like, because this was a lobby game. This is not a ladder game. So I think while it applies on the ladder, I'm not sure that it applies to random Nomad games. I could be wrong. I don't know. Do one of my moderators want to investigate that? That's a really interesting question. This is one of the closest and highest matchups we've had so far. Blue's trying to block off Yellow's Vil from grabbing this boar. Yellow's going to snag it, though. It's too late, Blue. It's too late. The only thing Blue could have done there, and it would have been like the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a long time, would have been like a diagonal gate that landed on the tile the boar was on to cancel it chasing Yellow's villager, and then to re-snipe it with the Vil. But that would have been like ridiculous. It's an even match on Nomad with players within like 10 town centers of each other, or 10 tiles of their town centers within 10 tiles of each other. I'm actually like so excited about this. This is a crazy goofy match. Look at the player scouting, because we don't know about that boar, but we do know about this deer and that boar. Blue has this deer. He's scouting around with his turkey. Or Yellow has this deer and scouting around with turkey. We got these boar here. This boar here, or these, oh my god. I can't talk. I'm so excited. These deer here, this boar here, and these deer here, and this boar down here. Yellow is so set for food. It's ridiculous. Blue, I don't like Blue's position at all. Blue can be ranged by galleys. But we can shorefish. We do have shore fishing available without having to dock over here, which is nice. So we can get an additional person on shorefish. Didn't we have a Vil over here? What happened to the Vil? We're pulling the Vil back. Ooh. Interesting. We could have just shorefished there too. Shadow Crystallux, this is the qualifiers for the round of 8. Whoa, the title is wrong. Thank you, Shadow. Did someone change the title? This is technically the qualifier, the finals. The finals of the qualifier. Because the winner of this goes on to the play-ins. I thought it was round of 8. You debated me. I'm out now. Bro, the round of 8, this is not the round of 8. The players in this tournament... This is not the round of 8. We've got Velez, Jordan, Classic Pro, Dogao, Miguel, Vinchester, Yo, Dragonstar, Tato, Fire, Back to Song, ACCM, Emil, Vivi, Margot, Doubt, Kongan, Dark Noob, Husiel, Freakin' Andy, King Boo, Kazva, Black, Salette, Cosmonaut, Blackheart, Survivalist, Ubetnir, Nilly, Ozone are the top 32 players that entered this tournament. Going to be nuts. This is the qualifiers for the play-ins, and these are actually these are the first sets of matches that are actually using the settings from the main portion of the tournament, because we've managed to get everything set up ahead of time to get some testing in, which is great. My mods, Sharper Guy 91, Zyzich, and Mr. Puppy Saturation. Puppy Saturation, the most, I think, has done the most work out of all of them. I don't know. They've all worked hard. All hardworking moderators. Thank you very much to them. Surprised none managed to get the other on a Huns Nomad. Well, this is going to be goofy because this is so players don't know what map they're going to get. They don't know what civs they're going to get, and here we are. Byzantines and Cumans on Nomad. Players turkeys roaming around in the wild. Anyways. WP Marshall, I think a lot of players are using this tournament as a warm-up for Jordan's resurgence next month, which is like kind of ideal for this tournament. And I think good for all the players too. They got like a really competitive tournament that's gonna like push them into playing weird civs and weird civ combos right before they play another tournament that's gonna do the same thing. So just in a different way. A who resurgence?
What?
Jordan AoE's tournament is called the Resurgence. Inception Lord.
The Resurgence.
Free. I see. I'm giving free advertising to other streamers. WP Marshall. Whereas ours is called OnlyBans. Anyways. Yeah, I got, hold on, I need to make my YouTube thumbnail. Wait for it. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Wait. Maybe it should be like... Then I have to be like mega. So if I do that, I need to do this. Okay, it's just not working. Ow. Fire ships fighting. I hate casting water maps. Why do I have a water map in my tournament? I hate water map. I hate them. Oh, there's an explosion. That's why. That's why. Now I remember why. Everybody needs some demos once in a while. This is the best. It's one of the best parts of the demo. Gotta say, even as a person. Oh. Oh, great. Fire galleys, fire galleys. All I see are fire galleys. They're doing their fire galley things. I feel like yellow's fishing ships are super vulnerable here. This could get ugly in a moment. Yellow needs more fire ships over here. Gonna start taking some damage to the fishing ships. And we finally got a bit of a barrier. Yeah, blue's just piling it on here with the fire ships. Fire galleys everywhere. Just doing a ton of damage. Blue's gonna have, I would say, have eco lead, but I don't know how great the fishing actually is over there. Yellow's on land with scouts meanwhile. We've already lost a few villagers here trying to get a tower up on the gold. Not sure how much that's going to help against the scouts. There's a lot of scouts here, but like 4 of them are almost dead. We fight back with the villas and we don't fight back like potatoes, then we might actually be able to kill this down. But blue doesn't react because you don't have time to click all of the individual scouts to see what their health is. And this is looking pretty bad here. Uzzi taking lots of damage on land. Has yellow's not added a second town center. Humans, of course, getting that bonus where they can do feudal siege workshop, or they can add a second town center. We've not seen either from yellow. Yellow's just focusing on trying to defend the fishing ships. Is there even a point anymore? We've lost all of our fishing ships. All of yellow's fishing ships are dead. Blue still has like 6, 7. Villager count's even though, as yellow's done damage on land. Or worker count, I should say. And now we're scouts to archers. We're going to try and dive that? I don't know if that's a great idea. Why are we not adding... I think you add a second town center, right? Does it even matter? Do you need a second town center when you have, like, docks? But we've already lost all of our docks. I don't know. Blue's in a really strong... Or blue was in a really strong spot on the water. And now it's kind of fallen off. I don't know where all of blue's... I think blue just got defended. Yellow slowly pushing now. Good Guy AoE is dropping a raid of 39 viewers. Thank you very much, Good Guy AoE. Have an explosion. Have a second explosion. Second explosion. Second explosion. And guys, welcome to OnlyBans. I am Grathrang. The host of this tournament. It's a 1600-ish, 1641 US dollar tournament featuring some of the best players in Age of Empires 2. We are in the finals of the qualifiers. The winner of this match will go on to play in the play-ins versus the bottom 4 of the 32 highest ranked players that entered. So they'll play one of either Survivalist, Ubetner, Nilly, or Ozone for a chance to enter the main event. I missed the thing. There we go. That's better. Ciskhan has been dominating on land, but Uzzi kind of had water here. And then Ciskhan pushed back, but doesn't have the fishing ships. Fishing ships already died, so it hasn't been like much to his benefit to have taken water back. But in theory, Ciskhan as the Cuban has not added a second town center, has not added siege. Team Survivalist over here, nice. Well, welcome everybody from Good Guy stream. Good Guy, hope you had a good stream. I honestly, I don't recognize your name. I don't recognize your name. I'm going to follow you. And watch the next time there you go. Now you can hear me clicking onto your stream. And I'm going to see what your stream's all about. The next time you're live. And I'm not. And thank you very much for the raid. And I'm glad that you're such a good guy. Gotta go eat. Have a lovely stream. What are you gonna eat? Before you go, at least tell me what you're gonna eat. I demand to know. That I do demand. You are free to go, but I want to know what you're going to go eat. It's pizza. Are you gonna capture alive leftover Easter lunch? Okay, enjoy your leftover Easter lunch and have a happy Easter Monday. It's Monday, right? And happy 420 Eve. There's Castle H for Uzi. Very, very late. As the Knights are in now. And they're going to eat all of this military. It's looking really, really bad for Uzi. Ciskhan is just piling it on here. Human player has the Siege Workshop down. I'm wondering if this is going to be capped rams. And this is looking really, really good for the Cumin here. Tower's helping, but not enough. We have +2 on the Knights already. And we're going to just dive the tower, yeah. This should be a ram. Why is this not a capped ram? Look, we're floating with food anyways, right? Capped ram. Capped ram. Capped ram. Give it a capped ram. What capped ram? Give it a capped ram. Castle Age capped rams are like terrifying. Buildings have less armor and less HP. They get eaten. Yeah, one way to kill a bunch of knights is camels and spears. That should do it. The thing is, at this level, at 2Ks, they can micro mangonels good enough onto melee units to make this a better fight for knights. Plus, we have this tiny little hill here, and that makes this could make this a much better fight for yellow than it should be. Nice little flank maneuver there with the camels was picked up on. And just watch what I'm talking about here. Yeah, we actually got a conversion on a camel here, but it's not going to be enough. Blue's going to overwhelm. 2 monasteries out, so we're going to switch to double monk to try and counter the camels. Knight monk is a really good counter to camels. Underrated counter to camels is the monks when you're fighting with knights. But it just isn't. It wasn't. If we had 4 or 5 monks fighting behind all those knights, like imagine if we had 4 monks already, right? Then you just wipe those. You'll just convert like 2, 3 of the camels, and you'll just win that fight because you're fighting downhill. Are camels more easy to convert than knights? I think they're like the same. They're almost the same. I think knights are slightly easier to convert. Someone can correct me. Potato, chicken, and shredded greens. Nice. Enjoy.
Ein.
The other thing monks are great for is healing your units up. Humans, of course, get camels too, but they can't upgrade to heavy camel. So it's a less solid of an investment for the human player than it is for the Byzantine player. Of course, Byzantine player does not have bloodlines, but gets cheaper camels. So and cheap spears, don't forget. They get cheap trash in general. It'd be really nice if we picked up Redemption and converted all this. Ooh, I like this extra town center that Blue's added in the northeast here. Plus, we still have these fishing ships working. And we've lost... at some point, there's a little bit more... Oh, there it is. Yeah, Blue still has fish working. That's actually kind of huge. As it's saving the eco during all this push. Like, look, the workers are actually pretty close. Even the game says Blue actually has a military and even only a slight eco disadvantage. So Blue maybe not in as bad of a position as it might sort of look. Yellow is looking more and more hemmed in here. It needs to expand up to this northwest. Look at all of the res right here, guys. Holy moly. That's like 2 main golds and a main stone. Like a castle here or here is just ridiculous. And yellow is in a way better position to try and capture that. There's another like good piece of like land right here. One thing the Scorps are going to do really good is they're actually going to help against the Hamels quite a bit. Blue has added their own monks, but way less than what than what yellow. Yellow's got 7 monks now. Look at all these monks. That's so many monks. Tactical monks. Chubstorn 96 asks, is Blue's fish eco efficient? No. This one is. The faceless men. Look how shiny their heads are.
Alright.
That's a lot of scorpions. Blue has a defensive castle going down. Remember, Byzantine player is still on water, and it's kind of saving their food eco. Oh, the scorpion shots on the villagers. Oh, God. We like scorpion stack. Look at the potential conversions we could have here. Castle needs to be microed onto the monks. Oh, God. This was a massacre for both players. Camels from Ciskhan are going to dive now. And just like a few pikes and conversions are going to flip this. Yeah, Uzzi's going to flip this back. Ciskhan calls GG! Wow. I do not think this game was over. That's crazy.
Salam.
What a hold by Uzzi. I guess feeling like this castle drop just shut down so much of his economy.
Emotional, damn it.
Thanks for showing your monk head. You're welcome, Alamdar. That's what I'm going to go as for Halloween this year. Go as a monk from Age of Empires 2. Ooh. Anyways, Uzzi takes game 1. What was the KD there? Ciskhan actually had positive KD there too. I think this is a... I don't know if this was completely over. But I'm sure it doesn't feel great to throw all that army. And then also have lost water. Yeah, that's rough. And then it's against the Byzantine. That's a rough. Get a cape that flips red and blue on either side. That's actually such a good call, Sharper guy. All right, well, thank you. Okay, the game's over. You can't convert units after the game's over. See? Wait, does that not work anymore? Does that not work anymore? Interesting. I have to put that in sticky notes. Can one of my mods throw that in sticky notes? I have to fix a Wololo. Oh my god. We gotta fix Wololo and RGB are both broken, I believe, at the moment. Here, I'm gonna put it in myself. All right, written down. Did we do stats? We did stats, right? Where was the conversions? Was the other thing I want to see. 6-3 conversions for Ciskhan. Those monks, but they all died. He lost so much gold and food there. Willow is the new multigrath. Yeah. Let's go back to the... I was going to say the draft. Let's go back to the bands. Whatever branding is that it's called. OnlyBans, damn it. And looking at round 2, We've got Uzzi getting the Teutons on Golden Pit. Ciskhan drew the poles, and it looks like Uzzi used their Uzzi Uzzi got Teutons, Ciskhan got Tatars, and then Uzzi used their insta-ban on the Tatars, and Ciskhan now has the poles. So Uzzi banned their opponent's Civ, the Tatars, and it's now going to be poles versus Teutons on Golden Pit. And let's get things started here. Ciskhan in the west in yellow playing as the poles. Looks like he is going to have rear berries. Well-protected gold and stone over here, actually. This should be pretty easy to wall and protect, even though it's stone might be a little bit forwards. But I see that not being terrible. Especially this gold. And the berries. Looking at Uzzi in the east, playing under Combi's whatever Combi is their gamer team clan. And Uzzi's playing as the Teutons. Teuton player is gonna have berries here, gold, lots of gold here. Easy to wall. Wow, really easy protectable gold here. Berries less so, but that's kind of ridiculous for a Teuton player to have on a map like this. Also, I feel like we have a really solid path down the hill here for Uzzi, and easy to defend. You put a castle right here, and it's so easy to push down this hill. And whereas this is a little bit far away, and there's a big ugly pile here. There's actually a few kind of glitched-ish piles, and lots of giant piles of gold in the center. On Golden Pit, it's basically like a Arabian start, but you have a giant, all the extra res is in the center. There used to be like extra patches of stone, but I think that's all gone now. Yeah, it's all gone. It's just extra wood now. Big Dog has banned drafts from chat. Thank you, Big Dog. That's good job.
Hey, sir.
Some bonuses the Teutons get. Their infantry has extra melee, right? And their knights have extra melee armor. They don't have husbandry though. They lack husbandry. They also get access to the Teutonic Knight, which has an insane amount of melee armor. What could be crazy is if we see Obucks, which the Poles unique unit is, which actually strip units of armor. So there's a potential for us to see Obucks versus Teutonic Knights, which I think everybody wants to see. Poles also get sriracha sauce knights. Makes them extra spicy. I don't know if you guys have ever had sriracha sauce knights, but they're delicious. They actually are super cheap. It's called Slachsla privileges. Something I can't actually pronounce it, but they get cheaper knights. Super cheap knights. That's what I'm hoping for, Shadow, is Obucks versus Teutonic Knights. Schlachta. Sriracha sauce privileges. Delicious. Can someone make a mod that replaces the symbol for Poles in their castle with a bottle of sriracha sauce? Please and thank you. Yeah, exactly. Sriracha is one of those like universally loved sauces. Spicy. You guys are making me crave. What time is it? Oh, it's only 10:30. Oh, so far away from food times. Tempted to cast a bit standing up. My desk.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
I need a breakfast place on my tree stream, Grath. Yeah. Scout has gone forwards from Ciskhan to lame some of the sheep from Uzzi. Rowing and OnlyBans simulcast. Both players hit feudal age near identical times here. Stable going down for the pole. Student player also going with scouts. We're not full walled yet on the Teuton side or the pole side, but we're working there. Both players are set up in corners. That generally makes it like logical, like it makes it really easy to think about how you have to wall. Big brain Polish cavalry archers. How bad are our cavalry archers for the Poles? How bad are Teuton cavalry archers for that matter? They won't have husbandry though. Pretty bad. Breakfast place on my tree. I think I have like breakfast from like McDonald's with this. Breakfast. I think there's a bubble tea place. A&W does breakfast. Burger King. Wally's Grill. Oh, there we go. There we go. Adding it right now. Players are gonna wall up. You see this a lot on Golden Pit, mainly because it's you want to be able to push in Castle Age into the center, and it's because it's such a huge advantage. So players will wall up in Feudal Age. This restaurant is not compatible. What? Alright, I tried. Miss Mary, I tried. Scouts in the north. Trying to get in the north. This is just not going to get in. Student player is going to be full walled up here. Students get cheaper farms too. So their boom is going to be a lot easier for the Poles. The pressure is going to be on the Polish player to be aggressive. Polish player is fully walled. Maybe not as far out as I think they should have been. But this will do. Frank cavalry archers. Interesting. It used to be standard for players to make a few cavalry archers in early to mid Castle Age, and for exactly like this reason, because you send like one cavalry archer here and you do a ton of damage, or you try to break in with knights and you have one or two cavalry archers to pick away at villas that are repairing and you break in. So it used to be super common to see cavalry archers. You like this map? Yeah, Golden Pit I think is a really solid map. It feels like it complements. I feel like Golden Pit's at its best when it's not like the only map. Like if I'm gonna play one game, I don't really want it to be on Golden Pit and Golden Rush. But if I'm gonna play like a series, I really don't mind one of them. Golden Pit or Golden. I feel like it's. I love that you have like this super snowbally map. And then there always is like seems to be with Golden Pit in particular. There seems to be like this magic you can do to make comebacks happen. Usually you'll have just enough res to make like a big counter push and then push back. And then if you get the counter push, you'll tend to reverse the snowball and win because then you get control of the center. And then your opponent will have a lot of res banked up. And then it's like they'll push back and you get these really exciting and interesting games on Golden Pit as a result. Seen it a bit recently, Shadow? It makes too much sense. Especially if you went like scouts into skirms in Feudal Age to just pop out 1 or 2 cavalry archers to idle like a whole bunch of villagers or to break in or to like help take down like a building or just like there's so many tiny little uses. Like imagine like 4 cavalry archers with like eight knights and you're going up against like pikes. All of a sudden that takes like seems like a way better fight, right? Yeah, big hype battles on Golden Pit. Large units, very true. Two ranges going down from the pole. Pole player could be going cavalry archers. Archers in general make sense against the Teutons because every unit the Teutons can, even their cavalry, they lack husbandry. So they're slow. They're a slow civ. So you make a ranged unit because it takes them forever to get to you. It just makes logical sense. Blue's going forwards with a town center in the center.
Yeah.
And it looks like we might see pole. I think this is going to be cavalry archers. Three ranges. What else is this going to be? It could be archers. I think it's, but we're not making them. It's going to be cavalry archers for sure. Do we have bloodlines? We didn't get bloodlines though. Bit of a misplay there. No Parthian and no third armor for the CA. But they do get bracer, chemistry, thumb ring. That's pretty good. I think like Parthian not having Parthian's pretty bad against mass halb from the Teuton, and the Teuton can go halb siege ram and that'll really stifle the CA. But then as the pole you can go Sriracha Sauce Knights or Obucks. And guys, this is the round of 8 qualifiers. So winner of this will go on to play either 29th to 32nd seed as a play-in for the main tournament. So this is a pretty serious game. Especially as ciskhan is facing elimination here. Are Obucks comparatively better against very high armor or very low armor? Very high armor because they stripped them of their armor. That's like the whole point. We have a decent mass of CA. Teuton players sees this now. Cavalry archers do a solid job, especially against players without husbandry. Do we have husbandry? I didn't see if we picked up husbandry, but I think we need to prioritize that. Oh, we do have husbandry, it looks like.
Yeah.
The one thing you can't really do against the Teutons that you'd like to in this situation maybe is go monks and try and convert knights. Teutons have resistance to conversion, one of their bonuses. But this is what I'm talking about. Look, we're going to be able to break in with the CA. I think if we're like knights and we've gone tons into CA, but I think you guys can see why cavalry archers are just such a useful unit. Yeah, Obucks are meant to be like the best meat shield ever, I think, Shadow. They're meant to be like an amazing meat shield. Yo, good morning. Afro have an explosion. That Teuton monk gets sniped. And I'm not even like I know you put it I like the way you put it better as a support unit because you don't want them to be the main piece of your meat shield. They are just a support unit. You would go like pikes or like maybe Hussar or something in front of them and mix them in. Do they remove pierce armor or melee armor? I believe they remove all. Yo, Murphy, how you doing? Still, but chilling. That sucks. Mango doing work on the CA here. And now the pressure is at Ciskhan's base. A little bit of momentum the opposite direction. Ciskhan needed to expand out and didn't. Like, we needed a castle down by now. Now we're tanking shots from Mangoes and Knights. 3 Mangonels are going to be forwards from Uzzi in a second. This is going to go sideways. Uh-oh. Villager count is 12 in favor of Uzzi, who is also pushing now. Teuton economy is ridiculous. There is a batch of units down here. I think Ciskhan needs to get his army together. Obuk Skirm. Obuk Arbalest. A lot of good options with the Obuks, but we're not really... We're going with another archery range. We're gonna go like four range CA until we lose, I guess, because we probably looks like we're gonna lose this range. Do you go monks in this? No, we already have like scouts mixed in, right? So we don't go monks. Man, this is rough. Rough for Ciskhan here. Ciskhan is 2 TC. Did we pick up ballistics? We're also still lacking ballistics. Units more important than upgrades at a certain point, but at a certain, I mean, the units you got need to be able to do damage. Lacking ballistics means they're going to miss a lot of shots. And I also didn't see if we have Thumb Ring yet. For some reason, I doubt we do. Thumb Ring is in? Okay, thanks, Drug. Appreciate it. All right, this mass is looking a little bit better. We've got almost 30 cavalry archers. We should be able to win this fight. The problem is we got to be careful because this is 4 Mangonels. The damage output from this is nuts. I think you charge, right? You go on staggered and you charge and you click them right next. Kind of crazy here. And Blue's doing a really good job of pushing without losing units. Even sniping Yellow's Mango. That was a sick little snipe from Uzzi. Oh, the YOLO castle drop. The get out of my series castle. The get out of my tournament castle from Uzzi. And Uzzi living up to his machine gun name. With the Mangoes in the north pushing around this castle. Scaring these cavalry archers back. That castle's going to go up. What does Ciskhan do here? This has got to be pretty... This got to feel pretty lopsided here for Ciskhan at the moment. Going to lose access to like every farm he owns. It's finally expanded up to the north. But was not able to do a thing about this forward castle drop from Uzzi. And Uzzi's going to be up to Imp. Should be up to Imp behind this. We're floating a lot of wood. And are the CA finally going to break in? No. Nice little snipe. Ballistics is in now, by the way. Maybe this isn't so bad for Ciskhan. Teutons have gotten Guard Tower. Ooh. We picked up Guard Tower. And the Teuton Towers they have free murder holes, and they can garrison extra villagers. And I think the Guard Towers are going to just, like, pile the pressure on here. Ciskhan has nowhere to run. We have a defensive castle going up in the north on our extra res and our newly made eco. The Fallworks might save the pulls. So the Fallworks, they drop off food every time you build a farm. So when you drop a whole bunch of farms, it hurts you less. So rebooming as the pulls is not as bad. Villager count, though. Uzzi has 94. Ooh, Ciskhan's going to go forwards with the CA, it looks like. There's some forward eco we might be able to take out. Uzzi might have picked up on the CA running. It Yeah, he's going to see this happening, I think. We're trying to wall this off. Neither player up to imp still. Uzzi, I really should be up to Imperial Age by now, I think. Maybe just not wanting to ease off pressure and feeling his opponent having a giant massive army that he hasn't dealt with. Remember, Teuton Town Centers can garrison extra villagers, so they fire extra arrows. Oh, big mango shot here in a moment, potentially. There's so many cavalry archers stacked on such a small tile. They would all take damage from the mango if they were hit there. Blue's pushing in with the knights on this side. Defensive castle going up. Second defensive castle going up. Those are going to get walled out. They're going to try and dive. They can do a ton of damage here, even if they... Yeah, they're going to... This honestly, this looks like GG, even if that castle goes up. Really strong push from Uzzi here. If yellow gets in with the CA, though, maybe. And remember, Gates with the less pierce armor. Cavalry archers bust in. Defensive towers going down is a great call from Uzzi, who's losing a ton of forward military reacting to this. Ciskhan maintaining villager output. Sniping villagers on this first tower. Ton of snipes here from Ciskhan. Pressure still in Ciskhan's base from Uzzi. Worker efficiency for Ciskhan's down around 25%. 54% for Uzzi right now. Uzzi still has all those bills in the center working, even though we've idled a ton of these farms. And Ciskhan's eco is just a mess. But that being said, we still got all these CA in the back of Uzzi's base. Ciskhan running around. That's going to be it. Ciskhan's going to call it. The pressure is too much. The towers and unable to get back on farms. Eco is just a mess. And not able to get the same type of damage with the towers going up from the Teuton in their own base. The guard towers. A great call from Uzzi. And that is going to send Uzzi through to the main event. The play-in matches against either Survivalist, Ubetnir, Nili, or Ozone. Those are going to take place some point in the next couple days. Great game. GG, well played by Ciskhan for sure. Uzzi getting it done. What's the KD? There it is. Ciskhan with positive KD in both of the games. It's just Uzzi just was on point with positioning, map control, and eco control in general. Like just another game where we have Uzzi all over the map, grabbing up map control and forcing idle time and being the aggressor. GG, well played to both players though. Thanks to Ciskhan for the content and the efforts in this tournament. Thank you very much. Hope I get to see you in another tournament again. Maybe OnlyBans 2 whenever that happens. Ooh, looks like TRM versus Spring is going to happen live here, guys. Nice. We got TRM versus Spring. This is another round of 8 game.
Nice. 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 Nice.
I'll work on getting our draft together here for you guys. Nice. Yo, I actually even already have the draft here. So this is, let's see, Spring is in blue. TRM is going to be in red. And it looks like Spring has banned Arena and TRM has banned Arena. TRM's also banned Fortress and Hideout. So it looks like we're banning the closed maps and a Nomad ban from Spring. So no Fortress, Arena, or Hideout or Nomad is what the players have gone for. And Spring has banned Mayans, Bohemians, and Burgundians. And TRM has gone for Mayans, Aztecs, and Mongols. So a lot of the cheesy Arabia maps, a lot of cheesy Arabia civs are gone. And all of the big scary closed-in maps and Nomad cheese maps are gone. So this is going to be interesting. In round 1, we've got Spring drawing the Chinese And we've got TRM picking up the Burmese. I'm going to run over to the AoE dashboard, see, because I'm guessing they're live right now. I'm guessing Spring is probably streaming this, guys, too. Are they live right now? Let's see if I can get a lobby code from them. Missed my, oh my God, I've missed using my standing desk. This is slightly better. Burmese into Chinese. They could use an Instaban here. They have the option to use an Instaban. I hope players read the rules. Let's see if I can pull them up in the spectator thing. Fixing green screen issues look more professional when you're standing. Spectate games. Spring. Spring is not streaming. See if we can get the lobby browser up. I pinged both players. I didn't get a response. They could be in game playing like a private doodad. They're not listed under ongoing. Not listed under ongoing matches. Not shown as being live. Playing or not. Doesn't look like they competed the Instaman phase. They might be reading the rules. We'll see, because I don't have any other. There's no other Instaban. There's nothing else to cast, I think. Let's see. We've got Spring versus TRM. Weber versus Toady, we just casted. And we've casted Adam versus Ensberg. This is literally the last qualifier. This is the final qualifier. When does Survivalist play? We're gonna seed all 4 of the players after this game, after this match is set, and then they'll have like the next like 3 days or so to play. And then the idea is to get the round of 32 of the main event started like immediately. It can start in the middle of the week because players are just going to schedule games when they're able to be played, and I'm going to do my best to cast them live when they happen. The players will be free to set it to schedule their games when it's convenient for both of them within like a time limit. Did T90 sign up? No. All right, I see a message in the a lobby code. Nice. All righty. Sick. They're in the lobby. Gotta love them lobby codes. Players are going through the insta ban process at the moment. Yep. It's so confusing. I'm gonna sit back down. Nice. Players who don't read the rules and the settings and then get frustrated at the settings. I implore you to read the settings. Everybody, please read the settings. Because it's a different draft than you're used to. So if you're in the tournament and you're watching this, use the app. Give it a chance. Play some practice games with the with the draft and get used to it. Because it's different. You can ban this if again. Like, it's only bans. Yo, players are being so awesome right now. I'm actually I am so happy. Everybody's so cooperative. I think it's because like it's a different format and they kind of get what we're going for. Like if you look at what's happening, like it's you're getting this randomness. You're getting randomness, but it's like controlled randomness. So you can still like practice and strategize against certain play styles, right? So if you don't want to play against closed-in maps, like Spring hates playing closed maps. So he can ban the closed maps and he can ban Nomad. you know? And I'm sure maybe he actually likes Fortress Regicide, or what did he do? Yeah, he didn't ban Fortress Regicide. He's like, yeah, I'll leave Fortress Regicide unbanned. And then like TRM's the same, like TRM doesn't want the closed-in maps. TRM wants open maps, so he's banning all of the closed-in maps. That was the whole point of the map pool. So if you look at what the map pool that we have set is, we have like Arabia and Runestones. We've got Golden Pit and Golden Rush. We've got Hideout, Fortress, and Arena. We've got like and we got like Socotra, Nomad, African Clearing, and Mega Random. Like the idea is that there's like types of maps. You can ban the Nomad maps. You can ban the Socotra and Mega Random, the wild card maps. You can ban the Arabia maps. You could ban Arabia and Runestones and force your opponent to not play on those open style maps, you know? Like that's the great part. Players have actually started. You can hear in the background. And we are underway here. I'm going to get our players' colors set up here and our elos, and then we will go. Let's see, spring is 1999 last time I checked. But I think he's probably over 2K now. And TRM is actually the highest ranked player in the qualifiers at 2073. I hope you guys are pumped for some OnlyBans action. This is as good as it's going to get until we get into the main event. Two of the highest ranked players. Spring arguably like closer to like a 2100 or 2200 when he is at his peak, and he's been working to get back into shape. And looking at his map, playing as the Chinese, he has got forward berries, rear gold, side-ish, forward-ish stone. I don't even know, is this back? Would you call this back stone? I mean, it's back. It's back stone, but it's kind of like out. And extra golds are both on the front. That's a little ugly. Red's got main gold on the front next to a hill. Berries on the back on a hill. Stone at the back. And 4 wood lines with a not really too ugly of an oasis. Spring's oasis is much uglier. Looks like TRM has gone forwards immediately. With the scout, we're at 2.5 minutes and we're going forwards. So we might have a bit of a lame attempt here from TRM. No, what Spring, all Spring and TRM were is they were just confused about what was happening, and they've highlighted what's. I'm just gonna have to make a next tournament explanation. I'll make an explanation video for the banning process. That's all. Where I just guide people through the process. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. Step 3, do this, and you've successfully completed an OnlyBans draft. And then it'll be like, you know, like. Something like that. Spring doing all right, getting all of his resin, avoiding the lames. Gonna be pulling both of those boring quick. I'm wondering if we're gonna see scouts from Spring with the Chinese. Chinese, of course, starting with extra villagers but less food. That's how this tournament works. Yeah, exactly, Perils. Players will learn it best with Lubov explaining. Okay. Oh, God. Such a good idea. Oh, wrong button. Basically, if you don't listen to Lubov's explanation of how OnlyBans work, you're going to listen to Lubov's explanation of how baseball bat works. Insta-ban wrongly, insta-bait. OnlyBans, more like only baits. Oh, God. All right, well. I'm wondering if, yeah, Spring's going for scouts for sure at 20 pop. He's trying to squeeze out this fast up. Is he going to get it? Manages to squeeze out the fast up. Barracks going down for TRM kind of suggests to me that we're going to be doing men-at-arms from the Burmese. Burmese get extra attack on their militia line per age. It's extra attack, or is it extra defense? I think it's extra attack. I believe their militia line gets extra. Infantry gets extra attack. Extra. It's. Yeah, too slow. You tried those, Isaac. Your heart was in the right place. Spring rearranging his walls to make sure he gets a little bit of trapped stone. I like this. We're going to trap this main gold back here, and the chokes are decent. The one thing we have vulnerable is these berries on the front. Looks like TRM's picked up on that, and that's why we're going to be going forwards. I'm guessing that's why we're going forwards with this early man-at-arms push. Men-at-arms can be really, really devastating. We are going to have protected gold, though, which will be nice. And is this actually up? This is open here. We're going to lose access to the berries. It's really bad. Spring's going to pick up on the militia, potentially. Oh, he just misses the militia. There it is. There's the ghost of the militia. So he's going to miss out on that. Men-at-Arms is going to be clicked in immediately. 30 seconds until Spring has Men-at-Arms hitting this berry bush. Decides to go with an archery range. So Spring's spidey senses might be tingling a little bit. And he senses the Men-at-Arms coming in from the Burmese player who gets that militia line bonus. And we got one villager that's going to be in danger here. She's on a hill, guys. This is all on a hill, of course. And Spring's doing a really good job of blocking with the other villagers. Yeah, really good job. And this choke is actually great for Spring. Now, losing access to the berries isn't great, but look, he's got 200 food banked up. He can sit and defend and just wait. So losing access to the berries, yeah, it stinks. But I think he can deal with it. What's worse is that he doesn't have great access to a second wood line. But yeah, exactly. I agree, Strode. The opening here is looking like it's all Spring at the moment. And we have a defensive tower going down preemptively from the Burmese player on the wood and gold. I think reading that he's going to be losing the men-at-arms to archers in a moment. Spring wants his berries back. I don't think he wants to lose this mill. We've got a skirm to back up the archer. Now Spring Scout's still pretty high HP. But TRM's going to think better of this and is going to back off. This another skirm coming out from Spring. As it took him a while to get onto the gold initially. But it's really good to see Spring back on the berries as he desperately needed that food. Not a lot of idle time, considering that the berries were what got hit. But just over a minute of idle time. It could have been a lot worse, all things considered. Villagers are even, so really TRM's aggression has just evened out the bonus that the Chinese get. I would argue that Spring has used his Chinese bonus of the extra villager effectively, in that he saved this mill and is going to get access back to his berries and keep his eco rolling at a pace equal to his opponent. So it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, berries are pretty brutal. Spring, you could argue that Spring should have been more aggressive, but like, what's he really going to do as the Chinese, right? Like, that's kind of, I think he played this properly. I actually love this tower. It's going to protect the gold and the stone on the front of TRM's base. And it might be a bit unnecessary, a bit preemptive, but it's just so ugly that I don't really blame him. Got 6 on berries to keep our eco rolling. We're picking up fletching. Spring actually falls behind a villager because he idled to get fletching. Fletching is also in for TRM. Spring's going to pick up armor too. That is a lot of food to be spending on upgrades. So I think Spring is going to be planning some aggression here. Yep. Okay, this is the series I think I've been the most excited to cast. I've been waiting to cast a Spring series. I missed him versus Dayorenfu. Ellie casted that. If you want to see that, you're going to have to head over to her channel. I recommend everybody in the YouTube give Ellie 4K a shot as well. If you want another Twitch channel to check out with great AoE 2 casting content. I will be casting the entirety of the main event from the play-ins on. So we will not be missing another minute of OnlyBans here. But I wanted to make sure Ellie had some exclusive OnlyBans content. So. Because she's hosting the tournament as well. Like, she's doing a ton of work. TRM has fallen back with his army. He's backing it on up. Gonna be heading back to his base. Back to the past. Back to the future. Back to the not attacking spring system.
准备就绪。何种命令？准备就绪。什么？准备就绪。
Count as 8 archers for TRM to 12 from Spring in addition to 2 skirms from Spring. 3 men-at-arms mixed in there from TRM. Spring has... They both have all their armor upgrades. Burmese archers, the thing is, once they hit Castle Age, they don't get that second armor upgrade. They'll still go crossbows. But I don't think... Does they get ARBs? I don't think they get ARBs. Burmese player will be looking to switch into a Rambai, I would guess. Or go Cav. Now, myself and one of the admins, Zizich, did make sure that the opponent knew the deal with the insta-banning process, so TRM decided to go with the Burmese and let Spring have a top-tier civ. Maybe, I think opting to save their ban for a later game. Like, maybe you don't want to use it game 1. Maybe Burmese versus Chinese isn't the worst. Both players going to be heading up to Castle Age here. At nearly identical times. TRM with 1 more villager. Eco KD is even at 1. Spring is fully saturating this gold. And could it be... It's going to be archers. It's got to be archers from Spring. He's got 3 archers. Yeah, he's going full crossbows. Going to have a ton of them coming out. TRM is full production on crossbows as well. I think Spring should prioritize picking up the armor. Like, it should be our regular crossbow and bodkin, and then the armor right away, because will give us a huge advantage over the Burmese archers. The horse collar getting built in the flaming mill. God, it's on fire! Somebody put it out! God! Why are we researching in a flaming building? So dangerous. It's not actually. By the way, thank you very much, guys, for the follows. Especially if you came over from Good Guy AoE. Much appreciated. I really wish we'd switched into Knights as the Burmese player here, I think. Would make a lot of sense. Both players hit Castle Age. There's Bodkin and Crossbow hitting for both players. Going to be in at identical times, it looks like. Spring's going to grab really early bowsaw, too. Could be, I like grabbing early bowsaw when I can afford it. You have that extra food and wood. And I want to see armor. I want to see Spring grab this armor. That's an advantage you have over your opponent. It'll guarantee that you win even numbers fights. Spring has way more crossbows than TRM. TRM's grabbing early ballistics. That could be huge. So Spring's made more army instead of a university and ballistics is basically the difference here. Spring's production's fallen off. Maybe he realized he wants a university. Oh, he has a university. What am I saying? He's trying to pick up ballistics. And there, he's picking up the armor. Great call from Spring. Love it. You love to see it. That's what we want. Really solid macro decisions. And we're going ballistics with armor versus an opponent with less archers that will also have ballistics but no armor. So we should win this fight. And I wonder if Spring will fall back with this now that he sees. Yeah, he's going to fall back with this. Quick walls from Spring. We're very worth because those are trapped in there, yeah. And Spring is going to annihilate this archer mass from TRM. TRM's going to have to switch into skirms or make a defensive mango or something. Spring does still have to go forwards and push TRM, so this is not GG, but it's looking really bad. Great micro from Spring here, showing off the 2K chops. How many units did Spring lose? Wow. That was ridiculous. You can't dance, K. Oh yeah, only I may dance. It's a Simpsons reference. Simpsons did it. And can someone tell me where these things are going? Is this some sort of co-op between Spring and Dark? Dark is the clan. Homie too. Spring is the player.
I'm in danger.
Joking. Ah.
Bruh.
That's probably a useful question for people on YouTube. Oh, there's at least one person I guarantee that's just like, ah, thank you for explaining. TC won't complete. TRM might be dead. We call chaotic winter. There's a lot of crossbows have your base. Now TRM's made the switch to elite skirm, but guess what? We're still lacking that second armor. So like Spring should still win these fights if he micros properly. Plus the Chinese player, you just mix in knights or camels even. Someone do an explosion. Don't worry, I got this. Told you. There's been a disturbing lack of memes the past 3 streams that I've done. I'm considering deleting them. Chat doesn't want memes anymore. They just want AoE. You've got no points? There is one way you can get more points, Sebo.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's good.
I know.
That's better. Thank you. It might still be good if we can get back to that town center. Spring, kill these. You're on a hill? Wow, look at the skirms get one-shotted. TRM calls GG. And Spring is going to take game 1. There's some memes.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
There we go. Now, thank you.
I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good Lord.
There are archers on this left side, too. Spring with just a ton of aggression here on game 1. We'll take a quick peek at the statistics.
Me for 1 second. Of course. Oh, well,
if we look over here,
good time was had by all.
you can see that there's a ramp of...
Good Lord, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis?
Um,
Aurora Borealis.
At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
No. TRM had more. Look at the APM difference. That's terrifying. Spring, aren't you supposed to have high APM? I like how the EQ APM was the same. The military APM was like through the roof. Let's go back to the draft and see if they remember that they did do round 2. They've already done round 2 of the draft, guys. Cool. Let's transition over on there. And here we are. We can see that Spring drew Magyars. TRM drew Bulgarians. The map is going to be mega random. And it looks like TRM actually drew Italians and insta-banned Italians. And now they have Bulgarians. So Bulgarians versus Magyars as opposed to Italians. Cool. Really, really cool. And I'm going to fire up the dashboard. Spectator dashboard. There we go. Why are they not coming up on the... There it is. TRM. Oh, TRM is streaming. TRM underscore AOE. Is he streaming in English? I've got the lobby code. Damn it, I had the lobby code. Oh, TRM is live. Yeah, you guys should follow TRM. I'm gonna shoot him a follow. He has the same follow alerts as my mom's painting stream.
Bruh.
You're hearing the voice TRM. You want his point of view? I'll give him a shout out in my stream. Check him out. He is streaming his point of view. Good news is I'm going to be able to pull up their lobby from the dashboard this time. Isn't Italians a great civ versus Magyars? In theory. Maybe he just doesn't like playing as the Italians, though. Maybe he wants to play as a Cav civ. Actually, it's on dashboard. One does not simply insta-ban Italians. Yeah, well, they did. Oh, it's Italia. One does not simply needs to have the top thing fixed. Let's fix one does not simply. There we go. That's slightly better. We can move this down. Smidgen. Much better. All right. There we go. So game 1 was TRM. Maybe I should have the scoreboard on here somewhere. I will work on that. He thought it was Arabia again for some reason. He said on stream, "Oh God." Well, Bulgarians on Mega Random won't be terrible, honestly. I think I'd rather take Bulgarians than Italians. Versus Magyars. The Conics eat Magyars. What do the Magyars? Magyars go CA, and then the Bulgarians go skirms. I think skirm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that skirm elite Conic just would eat the Magyars, right? Siege Ram. I think he goes Siege Ram Conic skirm or Siege Ram Conic Halb. They missed the last archer armor. Good try, OG Straggler Tree. Ozone, do you have a Twitch channel? Trying to make sure I follow everybody that's streaming. You do. Followed. Ozone is the low seed in the main event, is in one of the 4 play-in matches, and may just be playing one of these 2 players. Straggler Tree, thank you very much for the gift sub to Ozone.
Just drank the Rang juice. Oh, Straggler Tree gifted a tier 1 sub to Ozono. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Aww. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, Straggler Tree. I do have the lobby code. I'll have to back out of this game still. And I am in the spectator section. Magyars versus Bulgarians on Mega Random. And we are starting right now. Oops, wrong. There we go. Am I going to let them be pink and gray? Are we going to let them stay pink and gray? We'll let them stay pink and gray. Spring in the pink in the top left is going to be playing as the Magyars. And TRM as the Bulgarians in the southeast. In gray. What is this map? What are the best 3 players in the game in your opinion? Viper, Leary, yo. Possibly right this second, Jordan. You asked me who is right this second the best? Possibly Jordan or Velez or yo. I'd say Leary. Leary is just shown that he's good without playing the game regularly. So I would struggle to give it to anyone that isn't Leary. Why am I not getting my... Oh! TRM's going to go grab one of Spring's boars. This is a delightfully bizarre Mega Random spawn. There is no deep fish in those moats. And there's only a narrow path to the outside. What is this? This is a delightfully bizarre map. TRM going and grabbing one of Spring's forward boars. Spring won't be able to pull the same off. TRM has 2 rear boar. And this is a great lane from TRM. Yeah, we could see a lot of demo ships this game. Don't think TRM even scouted it, so you don't think he even knew? He has no idea that this is a someone else's boar. I mean, he probably is taking a guess, but... Wait, did he kill with the TC? Well, these things happen. Emotional damage. That's you killed the boar with the TC, and now Spring just doesn't have a boar. It's just dead. It's dead. It's gone.
What the heck? It's still good. It's still good.
It's gone.
I know.
Spring, you should push some of your opponent's deer. Or fish or something. Oh, you know what we could set up is the match command. Unless AOE2.net is down. You like this map, Jen? This is delightfully strange. There's main stone on the front, gold and gold here for TRM. Spring's got main gold on the front and main gold on the front, stone and stone here. So kind of inverse. On the outside, there's like little 2-tile patches of gold and stone. And there's this really weird narrow channel here. Forward dock from TRM, rear dock from Spring. We are getting some fishing ships out. Interesting. Ghost Rang works. That's good. I've been worried about Ghost Rang not working. Look, you can see through me. Isn't that freaky? Look. Look, the town center is inside of me.
From Costa Mesa, California, on the grounds of the ocean.
All right. No slippery stairs. No slippery stairs. This is serious. Fish doesn't seem worth it here. It might be. You can get extra workers gathering food. I feel like it is always worth it. Oh no, you can sail across this narrow strip. That's not. That's a little manga S. Most people have a little town center inside of us. How else would we create builds, aka children? That's kind of creepy to think about. You go. Regardless, Spring is up to feudal age on 24 pop. TRM is going to be 25 pop. That is, of course, including these 4 fishing ships from Spring and 2 fishing ships from TRM. TRM going up later with more landvilles. Spring, I think, is 19 pop, effectively, landvilles. Still hasn't gone to his berries. Forward barracks going down. It's going to be scouts from Spring. Maybe archers. Is this a play-in match or final to get to the play-in match? This is a final to get to the winner of this is in the play-ins, Red Kansky. And then there's 4 play-ins for the main tournament. So you got to work your way through all the qualifiers to get to a play-in. We did that so we could have more people in the tournament. People were itching to play some good level 1v1s. And yeah, I love these settings already. These settings are great. These are excellent settings. I'm so proud of my moderating crew for putting together the OnlyBans app. Wow, it's gonna be towers, scouts, towers from Spring. That's kind of crazy. Scouts and towers from Spring. Was not expecting that. And it's going to be taking out both of TRM's stone. TRM needs to defend with this tower. And this is a critical tower for TRM. Spring's going to go fight. Now, guys, I've seen Spring do some absolutely insane stuff when it comes to tower play. I've seen him wall in opponents' bills. I've seen him do some of the craziest stuff you could imagine. And this is a little bit of what I'm talking about, as TRM is just... Oh, we really needed this tower to go up, though. Now Spring's in trouble. He's going to try and bang his own tower up. The problem is that, yeah, TRM's going to be able to defend against that. Spring needs his archers. He has a galley. Ooh. Can he keep this tower up? This is some crazy aggressive play. Loses the tower on the front. Spring already has enough stone for another one, though. Wow. And a demo here from Spring would be nice. As he bangs down these walls. Galley's being irritating, but not much more. Yeah, Spring has lost 5 villagers. TRM only lost 2. I think those might have been the fishing ships. No, the fishing ships are still there. Funnel's going down from Spring in the west. This has been a good game. Great series so far. You love seeing back and forth. This looks like it might be swinging into TRM's favor a bit here. Spring's going to have to make something happen as he's got a bunch of army in his base. And is not closed up. What emote is that? I haven't seen that emote in forever. Wrath, oh god. Oh man, did you know that that's one of the first... I think that was my first emote, Zizich. And you see how it's like so like tiny and you can barely even see what it's doing? Like, it just doesn't look like anything. That's why I started with this whole... So you have like real like... kind of reaction-y thingy going on. My first ladder reaction. What did I say? That was my first emote. Did I say my first ladder react? My brain is goo right now. I like the walls that we have from Spring. I don't like that we're picking up the armor. Said that asking whether that's the face you made when starting on the ladder. That was a emote that needed because of my play on the ladder though. Ooh, something that Spring's running into here is he's not going to have good access to wood. We're being forced onto straggler trees and we don't have numbers. This might be GG for Spring, guys. What's over here? A lone fire ship. It's not. It's a lone fire ship. Archers now going to dive Spring's woodline. This is looking over. Spring has so much stone. Spring, why do you have so much stone? Spring. Spring. Spring, I know you like to get stone, but I would assume not enough wood for a tower, so sage. If Gray just kept pushing, Spring would die. Why did Gray stop? GG. We only lost one villa to all that somehow. Might lose a second one in a second. The second villa in a second. Third villa in a second. Fourth villa in a second. Boats. Did someone say boats? Did someone say Spring's dead? Spring is TRM has 1,000 wood in the bank. Yeah, Spring is TRM's focused on this push. I mean, GG is right here. The villager count's kind of ridiculous. TRM with 43 to Spring's 31. Now we have archers hitting the berries. More vills going down from Spring. Eco KD is 15 for TRM to 4 from Spring. 15. Now we're gonna lose our fishing ships. Oh my god. It's looking worse and worse for Spring here by the second. We are gonna have enough stone for a castle, but given that we're in feudal age, I don't think it's going to do us much good as Spring continues to gather stone.
Stop! He's already dead.
I'm so confused. Spring's going forwards with more villagers to build multiple towers in Gray's base. Gray is on the way to castle. TRM with a bunch of fire ships corralling what's left of Spring's fire ships. Spring has somehow managed to keep his fishing ships alive. Has a demo coming forwards. And what's he going to demo? Is he going to demo this? Can we see a big bada boom? Oh! Oh! Oh, the demo's going to hit the archers! Spring with the demo shot of OnlyBans so far. Wow. One of the biggest plays we've seen. That was ridiculous. Spring flips this game, takes it from back from the grave, and saves this game too for himself with that shot. That was ridiculous. TRM just lost like 24 archers and skirms. That was insane. I can't even believe that. That was actually I thought the players had forgot that they could drop demos, and lo and behold, there it is, guys. No! Spring!
It's still good. It's still good.
It's good.
I know.
Good thing it's only Bulgarian archers. So anyways, Spring is just so far away from getting up to castle age that TRM hitting castle is basically the end anyways, but he went down with a bang. Spring giving giving the highlight reel some zest. That was a crazy shot. Second game in a row where the APM is doubled by TRM. Kind of crazy. And TRM's going to take game 2 here. And we are tied at 1. Sick. Yeah, Skylar, you were correct. Skylar says that he doesn't think that changed Spring's position, and he's absolutely right. We still have all of these fire ships, and our opponent's probably going to be switching into knights anyways. So, GG, well played. Oh, we're going to watch that clip. We're going to watch that clip. Where's display capture? There we go. This has got to go like up here somewhere. There we go. I only said Ring of Fire. God, good job, Grathrang, you dummy. Almost ruined the cast. Close. God, so close to saying the right words. That was easily the best demo shot that I've seen this tournament and in quite a while. I needed words to say. Just edit it out. Yeah, I will. Feels so weird hearing yourself. What do we got going on with the... we got another lobby code. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. This is going to be game 3. This is a 6 set. And let's take a look at what we've got in the bands. Hold on. And what are we getting in game 3? We're waiting to see what round 3 will bring us. Anti-fun, anti-clown bannery. I don't know. Did you see that mega random game? That was pretty glorious. That was a sick game. All right. Now I know why we're doing this. I remember now how much fun Age of Empires 2 casting is. Banned my boy. They banned my boy. I need to put a scoreboard up here. And 1v1 scoreboard. Spring versus DRM. Run dun dun dun. Run dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Why didn't he just simply ban TRM? Just wait for the players, guys. You guys psyched for game 3 of this set? Let's see the hype. Let's see the hype, Chad. This is the biggest game we've had so far in this tournament. Hold on. I'm gonna get the hype going myself. All right. I'll help with the hype. Where is it? There we go. I will help myself. People on YouTube won't be able to hear this. AOE is dropping a raid with 3 people at a great time. We're waiting for game 3 of spring versus TRM. We don't even know what map it's gonna be yet. Wait for the players to do the next stage of the draft. TRM, I believe, is from Sweden or Switzerland. Pardon me. Yes, W got me. Spam this wing for spring. How you doing, Alavid? I'm going to keep making this scene look better while we're here. Let's like swap these two. That is like cutting out part of the thing. Go down here. Then that doesn't fit. God. Wham, wham, wham. I'm pretty small. Maybe I need to make a new scoreboard. I like my swords, though. They're just too big. The off-center is tilting. There you go. OBS says that's exactly center. And then this would be like that. And then the background is slightly off. I can fix that too. Wait, that's the whole thing that's off. There you go. Now that's centered to it. Everything is centered now. Centered. Happy, Skylar? Is that better? Might want to refresh the page. Why did it not auto refresh? There we go. Zyzich and or Sharper Guy and or Puppy Saturation. Is there any way we can have these bands appear horizontally? Like, I just can't seem to fit everything. We'd have round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6. And then round 7 at the bottom. Or something. I don't know. Or maybe this is fine. I'm going to work on a way to build this in OBS, actually. Never mind. Leave it the way it is. It's great the way it is, actually, now that I think about it. Anyways, round 3 is going to be Acropolis, Byzantines versus Vietnamese. Looks like originally we had TRM draw Persians, and Spring used his Instaban to switch that to Vietnamese. Players are in the lobby. Just waiting for them to start any moment now. Puppy, I think you're a good like hour behind, buddy, on that issue. Now our players are in. There we go. Let's go. In the northwest. Okay, TRM has gone to red. We're going to switch him to red. Or switch spring to red. And TRM to blue. There we go. We're on Acropolis. Spring is going to be playing as the Byzantines in red in the north. TRM is going to be in south playing as the Vietnamese. So Vietnamese will know where their opponent's town center is. That's one of their bonuses. They also get fully upgraded Cavalier and Arbalists. Kind of ridiculous civilization in my opinion. Byzantines, meanwhile, great defensive civ. Bit weird. I'm kind of surprised Spring banned the opponent's civ and not his own on Acropolis as the Byzantines. I think I'd rather not be the Byzantines on Acropolis, but what do I know? Spring has gone for a super early boar lure here. Luring the boar at like 6 bills. TRM was confused by the ban app at one point. Everyone was at one point a little bit confused. Is OnlyBans even in my title right now? Stranger just came in and typed exclamation mark OnlyBans. Nice. Yeah, Sharper Guy. I'm going to... Oh, I was going to add that to sticky notes too. Oh, I forgot to add whatever the heck I was going to add. Ooh! Spring is going to try and swap one of TRM's boars. TRM is going to spot this. And he's going to have to try and head Spring off. I wonder what direction Spring goes. He's going to need to try and hide. And there goes the boar. So is TRM going to be able to find this? The answer is yes. Looks like TRM is opting to try and block the boar. And not go for the... Oh, he hit the boar. Spring's just going to let him not hit his scout. He actually did get a hit on the scout there. We've already seen that TRM has better APM than Spring, so I'm not sure how well this is going to work out for Spring here. TRM getting the successful block. But has this messed up either one of their builds? Both players at 0 idle time. And Spring is missing a ton of HP on his scout now. This is critical elimination game here. Spring versus TRM game 3. Loser goes home. Winner moves on to play one of survivalist Nili, Ubetnir, or Ozone. In the main event. That's a play-in for the main event, pardon me. TRM going forwards with the scout, which has full HP, by the way, on all that interchange. And Spring is pushing some deer in with his weakened scout. 3 vills on wood for TRM. Spring was 3 on wood, now adding more. 19 pop up from Spring here. Loom just hitting for TRM, who isn't quite up yet. That food coming in late from that boar. I'm going to force a little bit of idle time, I think. Spring idled for 21 seconds. And yeah, no idle time from TRM. He's going to make an extra bill. So 22 pop up from TRM Vietnamese. Probably not going to be... I don't see a barracks going down. So probably scouts from the Vietnamese player.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Ein. Pero. Presto. Salve. Ein.
Spring continuing to push in the deer. Scout push from Spring is apparent now that we've hit fuel age, and he drops the stable right away. TRM, the timing of this barracks is suggesting to me either straight archers or scouts, but I'm guessing straight archers from the Vietnamese. A weekend scout, what's its main job? Laming, probably, says Codex. Alright, both players are in feudal age now. Double bit hitting in for TRM right away. Spring's already picked that up. What are we going to do? Are we making... So there's our scouts. So scouts from Spring. And what's TRM up to? Feudal and adapt. Range. I wonder if these guys will drop a mining camp. Instead of dropping off. Oh, actually, the mill's right there. The mill is literally right there. That's kind of nice for TRM. Spring's going to try and take a whack with his scout. Where are the other ones? They chased down TRM scout in the back of his base, and looks like Spring is going to try and get walled up here. I wonder if he has spotted that range. Has not spotted the range yet from TRM. A reminder that TRM is streaming. I'm not sure if Spring is, but Spring does as well. You can check Spring at twitch.tv/SpringTV. TRM is twitch.tv/TRM_AOE. You can check both of them out. TRM, I think, is live with his POV if you want to see that. TRM has a pair of spears to defend this gold and deer. This gold and deer operation. Has a pair of spears to defend. We have one archer and a skirm out so far. We aren't making any more, actually. As maybe TRM is going to prioritize trying to get up to castle age instead. Deciding against doing an advantage. We already have a range going down for Spring. Byzantine player is really cheap trash, so getting some skirms out won't hurt, but gonna hurt more to get the building down. Do we really need that? I think we need farms. Farm count is 7 for TRM to 2 from Spring. Inflation should be a unique tech for some Civ. It is. They're called the New England Patriots. That was an American football joke. I don't watch American football. But there's some American out there is laughing pretty hard. Anyways. All marketplace prices go up for other players. That seems like there's potential there, actually. Big Dog laughing pretty hard. I understood that reference. One person's inflation is another one's deflation. No, again, we're not talking about the New England Patriots. Oh god, scouts in the back of TRM's base. There's 2 spears will do pretty good on 5 scouts, actually. You don't really want to take that fight if you're Spring. TRM's not going to be able to find damage, but didn't overinvest. Wheelbarrow hitting for TRM. TRM has 5 archers. Scouts need to like dive to TC. Like you basically when you're in this situation, you can no longer do damage. You run under the TC, you run under the farm, and then you like try and corral the villager away with your scouts and like use box formation and like try and like attack from inside of the town center. Whole lot of nothing here in Feudal Age for a map that's wide open. Like Acropolis is known for feudal aggression, and yet we've seen an attempt at it, and it pretty much just gets summarily shut down in both players' base. Spring using walls, his dreaded enemy. But he is the Byzantines. Spring playing as the Byzantines is kind of hilarious, actually. I'm not going to lie. Like, Spring is such an aggressive player that hates walling, and then he draws the Byzantines and then doesn't ban them. Spring has 8 skirmishers and 5 scouts out. He's going to be looking to... Yeah, TRM's actually getting close to clicking up. Look, 500 gold, and 500 food in the bank, 330 gold. We get a market down. We're going to be able to buy our way up pretty quick soon. Spring doesn't need the armor. Spring doesn't need fletching. Spring doesn't need the skirms. He needs to get up to Castle Age. Unless he's planning on pushing it. We already have a defensive tower down from the Vietnamese player. TRM, if you're watching this, I'm sorry to say I am rooting for Spring. I want my boy Spring in the tourney. I have a slight bias. I will not make any admin decision regarding this map, this match. I would defer to chat or Ellie. Or one of the other admin. You already rigged him so far. He got so lucky with like 2 people backing out. Skirms find the archer and pike batch. And this is not good for TRM at all. Who's probably looking to have this hit Spring's base as crossbows. Your admin, you kill. Don't at night owls. Don't kill. Don't kill. Spring's almost up to Castle Age all of a sudden. That scout to skirm eco, man. If you let it sit for a couple minutes, it gets ugly fast. And the Byzantine player only is going to have 6 crossbows. Or pardon me, the Vietnamese player is only going to have 6 crossbows. It's certainly enough to do damage, but is it going to be enough with a bunch of skirms and scouts pushing their base? I don't think so. Seems unlikely Spring would have issues if those players showed up. I don't know what do you mean, Puppy? I just wanted to say that I was rooting for Spring. And then also that despite the fact that I'm adminning, I'm going to defer to other people for admin decisions if they become necessary. That's all I was saying. That's all. All these skirms are going to die to the knights. Remember, Vietnamese, we have bloodlines in. I wonder if we're going to go full knights here. Yeah, we're going to go knights as the Vietnamese. Spring could be in trouble, guys. He's going to need spears, and he's going to need monks. It looks like he's been prepping for like a crossbow or a CA switch. Is it going to be CA? Don't tell me it's going to be CA. How come this looks like CA? We've got archers in queue. We got 3 ranges out. The only thing it could be is either crossbows or cavalry archers. It could be skirms. Skirm monk. Spring's in trouble, guys. I don't know what his plan is. He's gonna make a few camels. Maybe against this, cavalry archers might actually not be the worst call here at the moment. We got a lot of floating food. Spring is floating 500 food. We've got enough crossbows in, though. Idle time here for Spring isn't great, but we've managed to keep our Goldvilles working. And our Woodvilles. Which has allowed us to keep army production up. We have CA added by the Vietnamese player. So Cavalry Archer Knight from Vietnamese. Versus like Crossbow Skirm 1 Camel. Spring's got no crossbows in queue. He's got 3 skirms. He's floating 600 food. No, cavalry archers aren't a great call against Byzantine since they tend to play defensively, and make cheap skirms. I mean, fast imp is looking like a possibility. I would love to see a fast imp from Spring here. Fast imp into arbs would be scary, but then he's gonna struggle to keep this alive. Honestly. Look at this army. We got 11 knights, 8 cavalry archers, 2 scorpions. Spring is... This will just eat this. The game might be about to end here. If TRM just goes forwards and attacks... TRM picks up on the villagers chopping the wood. Spring has the hill. Yeah, Huku. I think that's saving him. Because he's almost like, he's just killing these things. They're lacking +2 as well. DRM needs +2 and then he can take this fight. Nice wall from Spring there. Monastery would be good too. Moist Saliva in my chat points out that Imp has been clicked in by Spring. This is not quite a fast Imp, but a pretty quick Imp. Behind this, TRM is nowhere near going up, so it is going to work. TRM is 1 TC, by the way. Both players 1 TC. Stone walls and such going down around the front. We are going to need Arbalest. What do we need? Arbalest, Bracer, Chemistry, Ballistics. Here I'm trying to dodge some ballistic shots there, or some shots there. The problem is the CA are going to be able to do tons of damage to these trapped villagers on this wood line. Spring needs safe wood. A pretty quick imp. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty quick. Red has the monastery, but hasn't made any monks. 30 seconds till Imperial Age hits. This game's going to get interesting. Someone has to know where the scorpions are. They're crawling forwards. We need ballistics. Spring deleted the gate. Fat. You just walk through. Oh, Nelly. Oh, this is great. We'll pull them away from the Scorpions and separate them from the CA. This is actually really good for Spring. The only thing that could be better is if he'd waited 10 more seconds for this to happen. Blue's going to dive and snipe some villagers, though. But in just a second, we're gonna have Bracer and Arbs. All the knights will die. No ballistics still. No university from Spring either. Oh, the Scorpions are gonna do some work here, though. Bracer will help take them out, but geez.
Presto.
TRM's gonna have to go back. TRM's gonna be able to click up to Imperial Age. No, they're getting more upgrades, more units, I think. Villager count is 60 to 44 for TRM. Spring needs to go forwards now. We really, really need chemistry. Well, we don't need chemistry. We need Bracer more, or ballistics more than anything. Spring doesn't even have wheelbarrow, guys.
Ein. Presto. Impero.
30 skirms in queue. Why do we have oh my goodness, so many skirmishers in queue for TRM. They're going to keep him from going up to Imperial Age. And Spring's Arbs are going forward. TRM is panicking with the skirms just trying to get poured out. And he's full committed to staying in Castle Age. There are a lot of weak Arbalists mixed in here, guys. A couple of good Scorp shots will thin these numbers out considerably. And there's one. Still no ballistics for Spring. That's really hurting him at this point. This has been an excellent series. I agree. Who said that? Someone said that in chat a minute ago. I looked up. 5 minutes is usually a game-ending window unless your opponent defends like a god. Spring is going to be in the back with these Arbs. Blue's eco is so spread out and Spring's on foot that's probably Blue's best hope. This mass is serious enough that as soon as TRM manages to get to Imp, if he manages to get to Imp, he might be able to take this fight anyways. Spring needs chemistry. Spring needs ballistics so badly. TRM's actually housed at the moment in the middle of all this. A lot of exposed Ville. Arbs! Arbs getting lots of kills here in the north as they're wandering through a giant mass of Vills. TRM is going to be losing like so many villagers here as the Vill count is going to even up. Look at all the Vills going down. Spring, meanwhile, getting his main army mass cornered, doing so much damage to TRM in the meanwhile. I think he's willing to give up all of this if he's able to get all of these kills and even this out the way that he is. So many villagers going down for TRM. Vill count is now within 8 for Spring, even though he has not built a second town center. However, Spring's army is... what do we got? We got 20 Arbs. Oh, we still got 20 Arbs? Where do we got 20 Arbs? Holy crap. Spring's done a really good job keeping his army massed back at home. Spring has gotten back into the game with that push, but did not win him the game. He's going to have to... The fact that he's in Imp really helps. Needs to start thinking about eco again. Spring with 0 on food. 0 on food for Spring. Not a single farm. Spring is all in on Arbs. The farm count's 0 to 10. Spring is just, look, 15 Arbs in queue for Spring. Spring, build some more ranges. Drop like 2 more ranges, Spring. Get chemistry. Spring needs chemistry so he can get bombards. Spring needs chemistry so he can get bombards, and because eventually his opponent's going to click up to Imp at some point. Maybe. Blue's gone forwards with archers and has found a completely... This is Spring's base. Literally nothing. This isn't great, though. Uh-oh. A lot of exposed economy here for Spring. The Knights have found it, but the Arbs are in position. Spring's eco is almost unrateable. Yeah. I mean, the CA are going to do some damage to the Woodline Bills. TRM, I think, is just looking for villagers now, looking for gold and Woodvilles. This is looking bad for Spring again. He should have been using this. Spring should have been using this time to get his economy rolling. Wow, TRM just lost so many units there and barely got any villagers for it. Remember, Spring is fairly upgraded Arbs. TRM still not castle or still not imp, but now look like they're on the way. This is so many skirms and CA. I think the Castle Age commit could pay off here. What do we have in Mango here? Mangonels for Spring. This might be GG. TRM, CA, and skirms coming in. And unfortunately, I don't see a way back here, as Spring is going to lose just every villager he has, pretty much. And the skirm's doing work for Spring. I wonder if Spring will call it. He does still have upgraded Arbs. Spring calls GG. TRM is going to be moving on to the play-in matches and the main event. Great set between Spring and TRM. Well played by both players. Grat salutes in chat for Spring, who managed to get all the way through the qualifiers into the finals. But ultimately, TRM coming up with the double APM every single game, and just not able to get it done with Spring. TRM following through. The fast imp looked like it had potential. I think if Spring had followed up that first batch of damage he'd done with those Arbs by ecoing behind instead of trying to attack, might have had a chance. But it's easy to say that in hindsight, looking over the entire map. It's harder to do that when you're in the moment. So GG, well played both to Spring and TRM. Guys, guess what? That is it for the qualifiers of OnlyBans. That's it. There are no more qualifiers. Our 4 qualified players are TRM, Toady, Uzzi, and Adam. And they will be playing, and we will seed them and ladder that. We will let me just put our 4 players together here right now. Let's see, TRM, Adam, Uzzi, Toady, TRM. Toady versus TRM. I'm literally setting the seating right this second. So I can tell you that our 4 players will be playing. The matchups for the main event are going to be Ozone versus TRM, Nilly versus Uzzi, Ubetnir versus Toady, and Survivalist versus Adam. And those are going to be our 4 play-in matches. So I'm going to quickly set that up in the OnlyBans. Guys, I think in the Discord, those players will be playing those games over the next few days. And then the main event will start. Guys, it's been a great day of OnlyBans, let me tell you. Yeah, this should be lower. So where is this? This needs to be in there. Ah. The settings was actually wrong here. All right. Well, what do we have left? Yeah, that's going to be it for that. Cool. All right, let me think. What do I have to do? Let me see how much work I have to do versus I do have quite a bit of tournament admin stuff that I need to do, guys. And also just general stream work. So I'm thinking I might call it a day and go and do that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Thank you guys so much for the stream. Thanks to all my mods. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more OnlyBans content throughout the week. So make sure you're following and subscribed. Guys, from this point forwards, we're only talking high elo games. Everybody left in the tournament is 2K or higher. And it's going to make for some excellent content with this new and unique format. So thank you everybody for sticking around and watching. I'm actually going to send you guys off to TRM. Who just beat Spring. So show up some grass salutes, show him some grass hypes. Make sure you follow Spring to the other player that was playing. And yeah, I'm really pumped to see some high elo gameplay in this format, as it looks like there's a lot of potential for it. So thank you guys. Have yourselves a good night wherever you might be, or day or afternoon, whatever it is. Hey.